Howard Wilkill name an 18-man squad. The fourth round's also thrown up a London derby. East meets West as Charlton take on Brentford at the Valley. The visiting fans will be high-spirited and high-smelling. Manchester City supporters once brandished inflatable bananas. Grimsby Town had Harry the Haddock, whatever turned you on, but Brentford fans have found a way to really cheese off the opposition. Here's Matt with a flavour.
Wensleydale was the last time you saw cheese at a football match. Could you care Philly less if you did? Well, Brentford fans Billy the Bee, or should that be Bree, Laney and Bill Lambrusco have been creating a stink at home games, and on Saturday they're chartering a boat to the match with Charlton to ferry their cheese-bearing fans to the game.
Billy the Bee, I want to know two things from you. One, why are you dressed as a pirate? And two, what is it with Brentford and cheese?
Cheese? Well, I mean, the piracy thing, I mean, we're not dressed any different than we normally do. I mean, when you're sailing down the river, you've obviously got to get on the garb, you see. So, basically, this is what we wear. I mean, we've got pirati number 1, pirati number 2, and the big cheese.
I gather you cheese-mad Brentford fans have got an idea for the match on Saturday, is that right?
Yeah, we're taking the slow Cheeseboat to Charlton, leaving tomorrow morning, and the biggest, our main objective is to wipe that cheesy grin off Alan Kirbishley's face.
Who's responsible for this cheese fetish amongst the Brentford fans?
Cheese fetish? Well, that goes down to Wayne. At Bournemouth this year, was it Tom Jones on the jukebox?
Yeah, Tom Jones.
What's new pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. And they just got everyone standing up, especially Wayne. And what did he shout out? Cheese! Cheese! Excuse me. Always put a spare bit under my patch.
So you're telling me from listening to a Tom Jones song, a legend was born?
Yes, a legend. Yes. But cheese has been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, we didn't invent
Tom
cheese.
Jones may be a bit cheesy, but cheese has been around for a long time.
It's still in its infancy, but this weekend we'll really put cheese right on the record. Cheese will be right up there with the greats from now on.
You're taking a boat down to Charlton for the match there. How many people are you expecting to pack onto your cheese cruise?
I don't know, I think there'll be about 80 people on the river, you know, basically bringing all types of cheeses. We're not letting anybody on who's going to be bringing French cheese, or cheese from Birmingham either, but we haven't got anything against any other sorts of cheeses.
Or Fulham cheese. No Fulham cheese.
No Fulham cheese either.
No Fulham cheese? Yeah. They better stop it if they do.
Do you think this is going to catch on with other clubs around the country?
We hope not, actually, because, I mean, we like to keep cheese exclusive to West London.
Dave Webb's the manager at Brentford. Have you had any reaction from him to your cheese craze?
He's kept very quiet about it, hasn't he, really? Just, you know, he's giving people cheesy grins down there lately, hasn't he?
Yes.
But he's trying to keep out of it. He's trying to leave the limelight to us, I think, really.
Have you got a cheesy song you'd like to see catch on the terraces?
There is, actually.
I never felt more like eating some cheese when Brentford win with so much ease. Oh, Brentford, you got me eating some cheese.
And that's done in cheesy listening style.
Matt with the Pirates of Brentford.
Fans often go through some weird pre-match rituals, or so I'm told. But followers of Brentford indulge in perhaps the strangest. Their trip to today's postponed cup tie with Charlton involved a Thames barge, Tom Jones, and some cheese. Paul Moss explains.
Football is a serious business, and last time Brentford went to Charlton, they managed to lose 1-0. So, with long odds on a victory and, more importantly, the weather closing in, fans decided at least to travel to today's fixture with a certain style. They hired a boat and, of course, dressed up to salute their new mascot, good old-fashioned cheese.
Cheese! Football was meant to be a laugh, like, you know, we're all having a laugh. You know, if we were going around beating people up, then people wouldn't like it, so we thought we'd enjoy ourselves instead. Nice and cheese!
Yeah! Nobody's entirely sure how cheese became the Brentford mascot, though today there was enough of the stuff going round to keep a mouse happy for an entire football season. Perhaps not surprisingly, according to legend, it all began in a pub.
We was in a pub in Bournemouth after the game, a bit down in the dumps, and all of a sudden a song come on, and I just stood up and shouted out, "Cheese!"
What song was it?
It's What's New Pussycat.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat?
1 hour down the river, news came through that the Frost had won, and today's match was postponed. But somehow this didn't dampen the enthusiasm of those on board. After all, it meant almost 2 more hours drinking time, and as the boat passed rival team Fulham's home ground, the fans were happy to pose for a group photo. No prizes for guessing the magic word. Cheese! On the River Thames, this is Paul Moss for London Tonight.
Some great ideas from Bournemouth.
Was badly hit by the weather today. The fourth round of the FA Cup suffered with 12 matches being postponed. One group of Brentford fans were particularly cheesed off. The cheesy theme started 2 rounds ago when Brentford knocked out Bournemouth. Today, a veritable maritime cheeseboat took to the Thames to take the fans down to the valley, and they didn't have a sniff of the problems to follow.
We first started, you know, after we played football, there's cheese and all that, we just like, cheese!
Well, it's keeping the snow off, isn't it? But, yeah, we just got this cheese craze at cheese craze at the moment, and we're just cheese mad.
Unfortunately, when they got there, the valley was bare, and Brentford's cheesy fans were left looking particularly blue. Charlton's fans were said to be crackers. 3 FA Cup matches...
Cheese and you're smiling. Brentford supporters have certainly found that in recent weeks, as they've adopted it as their lucky mascot. Today they organised a special trip to London rivals Charlton and brought plenty of supplies for the journey, which of course begs the question, why?
A couple of months ago down at Bournemouth, FA Cup second round, poor run of results, sitting rather depressed in the pub. The woman behind the bar bought a whole plate full of cheese, and before you knew it, the whole pub was shouting cheese, cheese, cheese. We went on to win the game 1-0, and since then cheese has just taken off.
It's developed into something of a ritual, as everyone thinks it's a great idea.
We won every game with our cheese, so hopefully we'll carry on our lucky streak today.
The more I get nervous, the more I'm going to start nibbling at my cheese.
And so they set off, and with a stiff brie behind them, they were hoping to be whisked along the Thames in good time for kick-off. But the best-laid plans of mice and cheesemen went wrong. During the trip, word came through that the game had been postponed.
To say we're a little bit cheesed off is a bit of an understatement, really. Completely and utterly cheesed off.
But they still managed to summon up enthusiasm to hurl abuse at Fulham as they cruised past Craven Cottage and decided to continue the trip regardless. Most people might think they're crackers, but if you're a Brentford fan, you just camembert to lose. Ian Woods, Sky News on the Thames.
Has been in short supply in Brentford because of the local football supporters. What began as a bit of a joke for many of the fans has become something of a potent force in Brentford's FA Cup run. Ever since they've been taking large lumps of cheese to matches, the team's done remarkably well. Well, sadly, it was hard cheese on Saturday. A party of Brentford supporters armed with cheeses of all shapes and sizes gathered at Kew for a boat trip to the FA Cup tie against Charlton and set off without knowing the match had been postponed. Channel 1's Oni Bhattacharya saw them off.
In driving snow and all cheesed up and ready to go, die-hard Brentford supporters gathered at Kew.
It's starting to taste nice now.
Around 85 of them were taking a boat down the Thames for their fourth round FA Cup tie with Charlton. But since their spectacular win over Bournemouth, Bees fans believe in the power of cheese.
Oh, I think it's brilliant. Adds a little spice to the cup, doesn't it? Takes the glare off our horrible season as well. Nice to be good for another victory.
It's been the driving force behind their cup victories. Their leader, Billy the Bee, takes up the story.
Tom Jones came on the jukebox, what's the new pussycat? Wayne Wellish went, this is cheese! Cheese, cheese, cheese! And it just went from there.
Everywhere around there was, you guessed it, cheese. Hats, headgear, T-shirts, and someone looking into the future.
Mystic Mike and his Mystic Cheese. We'll see a Brentford victory.
There's even a cheesy song to get the team going.
I never felt more like eating some cheese when Brentford win. With so much cheese, oh Brentford, you got me eating some cheese. Cheesy Mystic style.
For these fans, though, the power of cheese has certainly struck the right note.
I think it's the fat content in the cheese makes us win.
It's the general aroma that we give off at one end of the pitch. It has a tendency to put the other team off a little bit.
You cheese them off, do you?
You could say that.
Does it work? Does it really work?
Well, it seems to have worked so far. We won at Bournemouth away in the second round. We won the next round, Norwich away, and now we've got Charlton.
So what are the chances?
I think we're going to win cheesily.
But sadly, as they boarded the boat to sail down the river, Mystic Mike's prediction of a Brentford win didn't happen. The strength of cheese was overtaken by the power of snow, and the game was called off. These Bees fans, armed with dairy delights, will have to go back to the cheese board and lump it until the match finally takes place. Oli Bhattacharya, Channel 1, Q.